Hey everyone, welcome back to 996. The Howl Utah Hockey Club just announced they signed Kaylor Yamamoto to a professional trial. Last week, they signed Robert Bertuzzo, a veteran defenseman. I made a YouTube short on that. But for Yamamoto, I decided let's make a full-fledged video because we could also talk about what is a PTO professional trial. Go check out the short on Bertuzzo if you didn't watch it and have no idea who he is. Let's get back to Yamamoto. 7 seasons in the NHL, his first 6 with the Edmonton Oilers, and his most recent season with the Seattle Kraken. He's a former first-round pick, number 22 overall, selected by the Oilers. Since then, there's a lot of hype around him, some concussion issues in the past few seasons. He hasn't played a full season in about 3 seasons, and 3 seasons ago he hit 20 goals. So there's something there in Yamamoto. He will be 26 years old when the season begins, so he's just hitting his prime. He's a 5'7", 153 pound player, so not your typical Bill Armstrong type of player. He plays with a lot of mojo, energy. He plays hard. So sort of think like a Michael Carcone, a way worse Connor Garland type player. Speaking of Carcone, I can see Yamamoto battle for a spot on this team if Carcone has an off training camp, or even a guy like Josh Doan, who's young. He's only got 11 games of NHL experience. If they have poor camps, which I don't think they will, you can see maybe Yamamoto signing an official 1-year contract. Like I said, he's a former first-round pick, former 20-goal scorer. So his career's on the line. When you start signing professional tryouts, your career's not looking too bright in the future, so expect him to have a really hard camp and try for that first-year contract. Speaking of professional tryouts, what are they? In the preseason, there's this rule where every team, for every preseason game, they need to dress 8 veteran players, and you don't want to be dressing your starting lineup every single preseason game. It's a bit of a grind. It's a bit too long. I don't like the NHL preseason. I made a video last year why I don't like it. Maybe I'll do a remastering of that video. But what is an NHL veteran? It's a bit odd of rules here. It's you've either played 100 games in the NHL in your career, or in the previous season you have over 30 games played. So Gunther and Cooley do count as veterans, which is strange to say because they're like 20, 21 years old. But yeah, if you want to try out some of your young guys in your pipeline, like Castagna, guys like that, Matika, you want to play more of your really, really young pipeline players, you still need to dress 8 veteran players. So Yamamoto fits that bill. They could dress him as like a top line winger just for that preseason game, and you could rest some of your star players. But like I said, he only really makes the team if a couple of Utah players like Doan and Carcone don't have a great camp. O'Brien, it's completely different players between Yamamoto and O'Brien, which is why I singled out Doan and Carcone. They're depth wingers that Yamamoto is trying to get a position from. He's not a top 6 winger, although he could think he is and play like he is. But if he does make any NHL team, you're looking at a 3rd line winger, maybe a 4th line winger. So it's great to see a former first-round pick try a crack at cracking the lineup of Utah. If I'm a betting man, I don't think he makes the team, and it's just a feel-good story, and maybe there's something there. A guy about to hit his prime in the NHL, his NHL career is on the line. It could give him some motivation and fire under his behind to really make a statement. And even if Utah doesn't decide to sign him, other teams in the NHL, they can talk to Bill Armstrong. How do you look? If you're a rebuilding team, maybe the tryout for Utah is the tryout for your team, and you sign him if Utah decides to walk away from him. So that's it for me. Prospect tournament starts this Friday. I'll have a video encapsulating all 3 games. I'll watch all 3 games, detailed notes, detailed reviews on each game, and should be fun. Hockey is right around the corner. So excited to keep making these videos and talk about the team moving forward. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, spread the word. And as always, thank you for your support.